Okay.
Initial D.
Howdy. Welcome back to another video. As per usual, it's right back to working on the RX-7. I know this is probably getting pretty boring at this point, but it's literally like all I have going on because the car needs so much. So even the video is probably next week will still be the same thing. I'm still working out the logistics on how I'm going to put out videos while we're on Drift Week. Either I'm gonna have to borrow a laptop and try to find a way to get internet and then get them uploaded. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to have a friend of mine edit. I need to sit down and have some time with them to talk about how we're going to do that, because I'll still have to upload everything. So other than that, we still need to get this tub done. Once this is done, I can start working on doing the seam sealer on that tub. Well, I don't need for this to be done, but I can start working on the seam sealer over there. That way we can get that all sealed up and weatherproof. And then while I'm working on this one, Brandon can hopefully finish up that one over there. I can see we got a little bit more metal working to do to get this this piece in place. We should still, with this properly where it needs to be, it should be out of the way and good to go. It's just going to take a decent amount of work to get it right where it needs to be and where I would like it, where it's hopefully not touching the filter, where it's going to rub a hole in something. And then once all that's done, seam seal that, get it done, get it painted, get both tubs painted, and then start working on the wiring. Once the wiring is done, then we can set her back on the ground, get her back to running, and get it switched over to gas. So I'll go ahead and show the list of things that need done, and then I'll show the list of things that got done tonight. There's probably not much that got done. I need to pull that fitting, the water fitting, off the turbo again, this one right here, because it's a little looser than I thought it was going to be, and I'm afraid that's going to leak. So we're going to stick that in the vise, getting it tightened up, and then get it back on the car. It needs oil and then bash bars. Yep, I think that about covers it all. So I'm going to start working on getting this seam sealed. I'll get this line going from the oil thermostat to the back of the motor, and then I need to tighten up all the other lines that's on the oil coolers and start getting them into place. They're all ran and everything. The hoses were made last night, as you can see in the video. So all of that's done. I may need to remake that hose. I'm concerned about engine flex. It may flex just a little too much and may pull that out and may cause a leak. Hopefully it doesn't, but we'll definitely keep an eye on that to see if it causes any issues. Worst case scenario, I may end up shortening the motor mounts just a hair to get the motor set down a little bit further, so we can also get the alternator away from the strut bar, as well as that elbow that runs right underneath that, to keep that from rubbing. What else? That'll also help lower the center of gravity, not by much, but teeny tiny bit, and that'll help with handling a teeny tiny bit. So Drift Week is approximately, what is today? Today is the 21st. So I have, and it's constantly stressing me out, 1, 2, 3, 10, 11. I have 12 days until Drift Week. And I am definitely not doing this all day. This has definitely been like, I still work till 5, get home sometime around 6, and then come here and work on the car until roughly midnight, 1, 2 a.m. and get done what we can, and then go to work the next day, come back here. It is a whole ordeal. So we're doing what we can with the time we can. It's tough for a working man, I can say that. It's definitely nice when your job is YouTube and you can focus mainly on working on something. I could also probably put out some better content with the car because I could probably get more stuff done. I probably get double the stuff done in the day working on the car, and that would give me more content for you guys to see, and I could kind of condense it down a little more to stuff that's a little more interesting instead of seeing almost the same stuff every day, but it is what it is. So alrighty, I'm gonna get to it, I guess. And never mind, I don't have a caulking done for that, so I'm going to put that line on and then pull that fitting off the turbo, I guess. Until Brandon's here, I don't really have a way to put the seam sealer on, so poop. I'll figure this thing out. Whoop. And we're done for the night. We've got that tub in with Brandon's handiwork of this nice little conformed edge. And it was really hard not to yell after sticking my elbow right onto that freaking wire brush.
I knew you were going to do that eventually.
But with that nice little piece in place, you can get a better look at it here. Don't worry about too much. It'll look good once it's all painted. So stick that on there. Would you look at that? It looks so good. And it's not too bad on the bottom side either. I'm not too concerned about it hitting, because this side's offloaded whenever the wheel's turned in anyways. So all the weight should be over here. So it shouldn't be a big deal. And the car does weight transfer quite a bit. So, and then I've been tinkering with getting everything set up over here, playing with a bunch of riv nuts, getting everything situated where it's nice and kind of actually a little more tidy than it was last time. So looks pretty good. And then we got the old harness ran underneath here, so it'll look pretty good. And then the air filter's right up there. Do I see it? Yep. So nice cold air coming towards the intake for the turbo. And then we briefly talked about I might buy some ABS plastic and wall that off, so that way it only gets cold air from there. The only thing I'm concerned about is that the air coming in, it's got nowhere to go.
Well, it won't be like air tight.
I know, but
The turbo will suck it in.
That's true.
If you can build boost in that little box, then the turbo doesn't have to work as hard.
That's true.
Pretty sure
It's now an RX-8. Fun fact, RX-8s work so well with their intake manifold, they can make about a pound of boost with their pulses. So now you know that, for whatever reason. Random piece of trivia. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this. It's a little busy, but once all the wires get nice and tidied up, I just leaked everywhere. But it'll look pretty good. I think it'll be all right. And we need to run these relays, that fuse block, and everything, so that way all the fans will work. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try doing the firewall hopefully later on. It's not a huge priority, but it would be nice to have just in case something happens. So that's the car as it sits right now. So another day at the shop. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. It'll be all right. I'm saying that for myself, not really so much for you guys, but we'll get there. Okay, well, that's me signing up for the night. I will hit you guys next time.
Whatever happens from now on, you stand firm and face your destiny without fear, but with courage.